idea how many people to plan for. This is greater than we expected. So I just want to let you know we're only going to be here about 20 minutes, and then we'll be going up to the classroom. So I hope you don't mind standing for those few 20 minutes, and then we'll transition to our new spots. Well, boys and girls, you need to listen so that everybody can hear, okay? Welcome to Lowell. We are so glad to have you here today. My name is Diane Kennedy, and I'm the principal at Lowell. Our students have been working for the last 7 weeks on their projects to showcase for you today. Coding is new for us this year at Lowell, and we're very excited. Already, our students have exceeded what we thought they'd be able to do with coding, so we're pretty excited to showcase that today. Before I turn the stage over to our 5th graders, who have a presentation for you to tell you a little bit about coding, I want to do some introductions. So there's some special guests that I would like to introduce. Many of these guests are involved in the coding world in one form or another. So, first of all, coding people, when I say your name, will you please stand? 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, turn your bodies just slightly so you can see the introductions. From DocuTap, we have Brian Olson, Eric Elbers, and James Livermont. Thank you. They do this job of coding for a living. Isn't that crazy they get to do this? We love doing this. They get to do it for a paycheck, which is awesome. We also have Randy Scheindler from Markle Technologies. He's given us a financial donation to help us with our coding, so we appreciate that. Boys and girls, just a reminder, we clap with our hands. We do not open our mouths and whistle or cheer, okay? Next one we have with High Plains Technology, we have Brian Mendel. Brian Mendel. There he is, way in the back. Thank you. And then we have Jeff Wahlberg, J.T. Thomas, Dan Halama, and Kevin Heiss. All right. Now, I want you to turn your bodies to look at me, boys and girls, because it's pretty exciting news. Those three gentlemen that just stood up, they work at Riverside Technologies, and guess what they did for you? See these bags? They bought a bag for each one of you to take home. I know, isn't it exciting? If you look at it, it has our coding symbol on it. It says Lowell Elementary. So make sure you take good care of this. It's pretty exciting. Thank you, Riverside Technologies. All right, boys and girls and audience. Now for the best part. I'm done talking. Our 5th graders, there's a selection of 5th graders that have taken it upon themselves to learn the script so that they can share with you what coding is all about at Lowell. So please be good listeners, boys and girls. Voices off, and we'll let them present.
What do you think? Yeah?
Welcome to Lowell Elementary, one of South Dakota's first computer science immersion schools. My classmates and I have prepared this keynote for you. Right now we're in elementary school. We're learning lots of important things and preparing for our future. Soon we'll be in high school. We'll graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, and get a job flipping burgers. Let's talk about what computer science is and why it's so important. In the US, it's projected that by the year 2020, there will be 1.4 million jobs in computer science. But there are only 0.4 million students with the skills to take those jobs. So we have a 1 million job gap. This is a huge problem for our country, and this problem exists because not enough schools are teaching computer science. The problem exists in high schools, not just elementary and middle schools. In fact, only 1 in 4 US high schools even offers computer science. It's 2017, ladies and gentlemen. This needs to change. That's why we're so excited that at Lowell Elementary School, we are learning skills that will help us prepare for our future. Next, I'm going to tell you about our epic builds. Here at Lowell Elementary, we have epic builds that we create on our journey to JavaScript. We have epic builds in block-based coding. We have epic builds in hands-on programming, robotics, and analog activities. And we also have epic builds in text-based coding, like JavaScript. To talk more about the different parts of our journey, Madeline will be sharing about our Scratch epic builds. One of our favorite tools for block-based coding is Scratch, which was developed by MIT, one of the best universities in the world for computer science. A lot of college students start learning about computer science in Scratch, but here at Lowell Elementary, we start teaching computer science in Scratch beginning in kindergarten. Our kindergartners have already learned how to apply loops, movement, animation, and sequences. In first grade, students use more than one block inside a loop in order to do animations and movements. Second graders get to build a working video game. They use loops to do back and forth motion, and they also use conditionals, also called if-then statements, to make sprites interact with one another. In third grade, almost every script has both loops and conditional statements. They build a racing game called pole position, and they can even race against their friends. In fourth grade, we learn about projectile motion. That is like when we throw a ball or shoot arrow with a bow. We use looping to make our sprites move by a small amount over and over again until we hit our target. In fifth grade, students need to combine coding concepts and integrate a story with a complete story arc in the middle of the project. To make this game, we create our story arc with paper and we program it. In third grade, they build a choose-your-own-adventure game. To build this project, they needed to use flowcharts to pin each pathway that the user can choose. This is only our first year, so it's amazing to think what the kindergartners were able to do when they are our age.
Here at Lowell Elementary School, we know that computer science is much more than computers. Beginning in kindergarten, students have a project that allows them to apply the logic of computer science, such as loops and sequences using physical blocks. They make the blocks in real worlds and program them in Scratch. We also apply our understanding of the logic computer science to robotics, learning how to build and program models. And learning how to make different robotics interact with one another. We talk about concepts like input and output and comment on our code so that we can remember that we might want to debug later. Debugging is really important. Bugs are problems. Debugging is fixing those problems so that you can have a working program.
Thanks, Grace. An important part of our journey is becoming leaders of technology, is learning how to collaborate with others. Here at Lowell Elementary, we are learning how to partner code. It's kind of like driving a car. One person is the driver, the other person is the navigator. The driver controls the mouse and moves the blocks into place. The navigator helps the driver and keeps an eye out for bugs. We've also been helping each other debug our epic builds. We are able to share our skills with our classmates to help each other be successful.
Thank you, Isaiah. Now, Brady and Audits are going to speak about the world of work.
Computer science is really important to every industry. Here are some of the many industries we depend on for using technology. Food and agriculture is really important because we depend on that for our food. Farmers use technology to coordinate the machines and the need for crops. Healthcare is using technology and computer science to improve and get better at helping us live healthy lives. Technology even saves lives in ways we couldn't before. The armed forces are really important because they help our nation stay safe. I will tell you how the armed forces use technology, but that's classified. Next, Audits is going to discuss some job opportunities that exist today.
Thank you, Brady. Every industry depends on computer science. For example, some of us have parents that work in banking. Banking is really important to keep vaults, protect the money. But now that we have online banking, we also need security for our online bank accounts, or else our bank accounts could get hacked. The people who keep our online information safe are called information security analysts. Just like our national defense system protects us from attacks, we need really good security for applications we use every day. This is just one example of a job that uses computer science every day. There are also software developers, a computer system analyst, and a computer system analyst. Now, Trevor is going to talk some companies and famous people who work in computer science.
Companies exist because they solve problems for human beings. Some companies help us to protect and grow our money, like banking. Here are a few other types of companies. I really like video games. They're a fun way to learn how to do things. One company that has engineers who make games that we can use in learning is called Mojang. They created Minecraft. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, and Google really solve really important problems. They have some of the best computers and devices in the world. We're also going to be learning more about inspiring people who have created things we can learn from.
This is Jerry Knight, the current president of IBM. IBM is one of the biggest and oldest technology companies in the world. Mr. Knight has a college degree in computer science and electrical engineering. Have you ever heard of Margaret Hamilton? Ms. Hamilton is a scientist engineer and used to be the director of the software engineering division at MIT. She's one of the key people involved with this movement, the Ball 11. Those types of books are all the code files are retrieved from navigation and software in a module.
By learning all the skills we're getting at Lowell Elementary, someday we'll be able to change the world. Remember, we're Lowell Elementary, the place where
Awesome is the new normal.
Aren't these guys awesome? Such a pleasure to come to work every day with all of your children. It's just a joy. I get to share a couple of logistics with you. My name is Wade Hellis, and I am the Dean of Students here at Lowell. And just a few things about how we're going to manage all of these people that are sitting in this room throughout the building in the next few minutes. First of all, we're going to break it up into levels of the building. So our first floor is actually the middle level, and that will be kindergarten through second grade classrooms. Now, many of you here are parents of third, fourth, and fifth grade students, but we encourage you to go into many classrooms today. We want you to see all of the projects that have been created from our kindergartners all the way through our fifth graders. We want to share all of the learning that has happened. So the first 30 minutes of our time right now, when we dismiss from here, we're going to have some adults throughout the hall that will kind of direct you to classrooms. The first part will be on our first level, which is our middle floor, and you can go into any classroom that you would like, and there will be some questions that will be up on the smartboard. You may get a little slip of paper with some questions that you can ask the students. They're prepared to answer those questions and share their projects with you. They're very excited about it. You've been just waiting for this day. So that's going to be the first 30 minutes on the middle floor. Then you're going to listen for the announcement from Miss Lori, and she will say it's time to move up to the top floor. And then we'll go up to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classrooms. So in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade classrooms, the same thing. Go into lots of different classrooms, talk to lots of different kids, ask them about their projects, have them show you the code that's inside their projects, play their games a little bit, and just really interact with our students. We're excited to share with as many people as we possibly can.
What do you have going on? Well, I don't know. Where's the other students?
When this white flag, green flag, and then they talk
Tomorrow, a
Today is our epic build. What that means is we have been working on creating a maze with a sprite and being able to code it so that it works through the maze successfully without bugs. And so today is the presentation of what we have been working on.
Myself and 2 other colleagues are here today because we're really excited about the program that's going on here at Lowell. It's great to see early involvement in computer science curricula at such a young age. I mean, it's great to see the kids here, hands-on, really proud, demonstrating their, what they put together, and it's great. So we want to be here to support that.
I make it like this because I put the painting in the spike.
So how do you move your
The up arrows, the white arrows.
So like this here?
Beginning of the school, the concern that we had is if the kids were going to be able to dive right in and know what to do, or if it was going to be something that was a little scary. They surprised us and they jumped in and they were like fish in water. They just took over and knew what to do, and they taught us a lot as teachers. When they had to debug their script, one of the things that they were able to do is help each other and work as team members to help debug and get their script working.
It's amazing. Like, we're in a kindergarten classroom here, and they're talking about loops, sprites, activities, automated scripts. I mean, it's the kind of stuff that you just never guess that you'd be encountering in an elementary school classroom. It's amazing, really.
Like, what I'm working on is making like a maze game, which is all right here, and then all of the stuff to control it, and up here, and stuff to control it too, and if you add this, like, you need all of this, because if you don't have all of that, your sprite will go like right past it. But if you have all of that stuff, and you do that, it zaps you back. But if you like get to the finish line, it zaps you back and it says I win. Watch. It can play a rap song, and if you press this, it can go around.
The feeling is pure excitement. It's exciting for the teachers, it's exciting for the class. It's just a really powerful day, and if you can see everything around me, you can see that the kids are having an amazing day showcasing what they've been able to do.
It gets them involved and really hands-on early, so as they start to come into as they start to gain familiarity with these early building block concepts, it really pushes the envelope, and they're going to start to expand their boundaries and look to move to the next level. So they'll start asking, the next set of questions and want to build, more elaborate things, or they'll want deeper understandings. So it's great. The earlier that we're starting our kids like this, it means that by the time they're getting to high school and college, they're that much further ahead. They're going to be tackling much bigger challenges, and it's really cool to see.